Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and the market, just like that, is back into extreme greed. It's astonishing how quickly this stuff can happen. Whatever direction the market's going at the given moment, your typical retail speculator just feels and believes it's just going to be doing that forever, and that has never been true in crypto, ever. Things teeter-totter back and forth in terms of greed versus, fear. And so I want to talk about a number of things in this video, including like the point at which markets historically are the most likely to create a hockey stick like chart. You know, the chart where they just go up and up and up figuratively forever. Because look, XRP price, it's been suppressed for way too long. And historically, sure, XRP has lagged behind the market. I mean, it moves in tandem with the market, but among other top 10 cryptocurrencies, at most points in time, XRP has been proven to be the least correlated. Still quite correlated, but the least correlated. So you do see this lagging effect. But, to me, this represents opportunity. And it's not weird that we're seeing this price suppression also. It's just the case that, arguably, the price of XRP today is more suppressed than it would otherwise be if not for the SEC legal action against Ripple. But still, just don't forget this simple concept before we even dig in here. Investors don't want to buy stocks in cryptocurrencies when they're cheap. They want to buy stocks in cryptocurrencies when they're expensive because high prices provide a false sense of security. Also, I'm going to highlight some perspective from a popular XRP chart analyst who is again renewing his calls for XRP to hit $28 by the end of this market cycle, which he insists is roughly 3 months away. So we'll know in short order whether or not that happens. And I'll tell you what, I don't know for sure, but I don't mind hearing it. I also want to declare at the outset, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say are right. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making crypto-related YouTube videos, but just as a hobby, just for fun. That's all that's going on here. As I record this, XRP is at $1.08. It actually got up to $1.11 earlier today. And so this rally, while it's nice seeing that XRP went along for a tiny bit of the ride, not much of a ride, this really is Bitcoin's day. And you typically see this when Bitcoin has monstrous moves up. A lot of times, actually, altcoins, if it's a truly monstrous move, altcoins, they can actually lose market cap. Like I've seen that before, or they'll just kind of trade sideways, barely increase. This is not weird. And so outside of the big bursts when Bitcoin's leading the market and going up, yeah, you can see big increases in terms of altcoin market cap, dominance. Altcoin dominance, it does pick up. But when Bitcoin's having the huge moves to the upside, no, typically you don't. Which is why you have seen Bitcoin's dominance increase today. It's currently at 44.35%. That's the highest we've seen it in a long time. It's a tiny chart. If you want to look on your screen, you can see where I'm circling right here, though. This is the last 30 days of Bitcoin dominance. So it's not surprising to see this as Bitcoin ran up today to over $55,000, and that's what it's at the time I'm recording this video, over $55,000. Market cap for the asset class, $2.33 trillion. And so how are the lemmings feeling today? They're feeling elated. Look at this. Here's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Yes, indeed, as I cited at the outset of this video, market's back into extreme greed at 76 out of 100. Now, don't forget, last week, which is also highlighted on your screen, last week, the market was in extreme fear at 20 out of 100. Now, what have I said every time that we've been in extreme greed or extreme fear? I tell you that the market teeter-totters back and forth and it won't stay in one or the other forever, and as a result, it doesn't make sense to have the stupid emotions that the typical retail speculator experiences at either end of the spectrum. I mean, I guess, okay, fine. On the greed side, I'll allow myself even to have a little bit of fun once XRP really starts rocketing a bunch of other cryptos. Fine. But I'm not going to be stupid about it. I'm still going to sell, okay? But on the flip side, I'm just saying when things are to the negative and people are fearful or in extreme fear, it doesn't make sense to participate with that. And I'm going to keep highlighting this to show you how stupid it is, how much it doesn't matter. This is what the typical investor does. You can rise above it and not feel the emotions. So I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold anything. You get to make those decisions. I'm not going to jump in there for you. Definitely not. I'm just saying don't use emotion when you're making these important decisions. And so here we are. I said it literally a week ago. We're in extreme fear. It won't last forever. I don't pretend to know when we'll be in extreme greed again, but it will happen. And what do you know? A week later, because it's crypto, and crypto's freaking stupid in a good way, and it's extremely volatile. Very fun stuff here. Highlighting this concept further, look at this headline from You Today. Another 100 Days of Greed? Bitcoin Reformation author Tour de Meester shares interesting chart. Investor and analyst Tour de Meester, author of the game-changing report The Bitcoin Reformation, shares his views on what the ongoing Bitcoin price upsurge looks like. According to the chart shared by Mr. de Meester, the Bitcoin supply is back in the greed zone. And by greed, he means a situation in which more than 55% of Bitcoins are held with unrealized paper profits. And so here's the actual thread on Twitter where he was talking about this, and he shared the following with his 209,000 followers. In 2020 and 2021, a greed period clocked in at 196 days. Price went 3x, and a cooling off period likely ending very soon. And note when this was. This was today, but it was at like 1:46 a.m. before you saw these fireworks. So the timing's kind of interesting, is it not? Cooling off period likely ending very soon. Oh yeah, right. Well, you saw what happened in the markets today, right? If you're in crypto, you probably know. And then he said, next, round 2 with another 100 plus days of greed, question mark. And so it seems like that's what he's expecting here. And he says, in my opinion, the fact that during this 140-day cooling off period, the most recent one here, the unrealized market cap stayed in optimism territory with a little profit taking, signals a lot of hodler trust. Likely that $65,000 in the April top this year was not a euphoric blowout, but rather an intermediary high like in April 2013. And so there you go, another analyst, and all the analysts that I follow believe this. There will be one final blow off top towards the end of this market cycle, and we are almost there. And you'll see I got additional opinions on that. People talking about where they also think Bitcoin price is going this market cycle. And I hope some of these people that are, they have the higher expectations, I hope they're right. I don't know. I don't pretend to know where the price is going to go, but it's an interesting topic of conversation always. Now take a look at this. This is from my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Blockchain Backer, and this was this morning, October 6th. This was at 8:03 a.m. My time anyway. I'm Central Standard Time because I live in the Midwest in the United States. But anyway, here's a tweet from the Blockchain Backer. At $52,700, Bitcoin is only $1,400 away from the 702 retracement, which is $54,100. Now, in 2017, the 702 retrace sent Bitcoin into a multi-year bear market, causing it to lose 81% from that retrace level. Bitcoin reacts to this retrace level all the time. Big moment ahead, must break. And so to be clear, just because he was putting out, he wasn't trying to spread a bunch of fear out there. That wasn't the purpose of stating that what he said about the multi-year bear market. This doesn't change his analysis of Bitcoin ultimately having that final break up, even though he has one of the more conservative estimates in crypto, it's fair to say. And he even characterizes his expectations like that as well. And fair enough, it's fine. I don't know if he's right or other people are right. We're going to find out together. But he still believes that you're going to see that big move up, perhaps as high as he says $85,000 before we do enter that multi-year bear market again. And so then he noted this was just a few hours ago at 7 p.m., so this evening. He tweeted out, Bitcoin's daily candle closed above the 702, which is the level that he's always talking about here, which was an important level of resistance, but it just, to this point, it still has just smashed through it. The daily candle closed above it. You love to see it. I love bull markets. They're fun. I mean, bear markets are fun too, but I admit, yeah, the bull stuff's a bit more fun for obvious reasons, right? Ooh, good things to come, my friends. And then there was this from chart analyst Credible Crypto. He's putting out a little bit of a warning. Now, mind you, I'm going to read this because I just want you to be aware of directionally, potentially, where chart analysts that I respect think things could go. He's putting out a little bit of a caution here, but he still believes that we're in a bull cycle. This doesn't change the macro trend. He is talking about short-term price action, but I think it's worth being aware of this, because if we do see moves to the downside and you're aware stuff like this can happen, I think it makes it easier to manage one's emotions. We're just seeing something that was expected unfolding. That's all I'm saying here. And so here's what Credible Crypto tweeted out just 3 hours ago. Caution, my friends, expecting a correction across the board soon. Altcoins will likely get hit harder than Bitcoin, but believe me, you will want to be there to pick up the pieces. Find your favorite altcoins and start planning so when the drop comes, you can take advantage of the sale. Yeah, and so it's rather excellent advice. And don't forget that even though we are in, the market's in extreme greed right now, extreme greed. At some point in the future, that will flip back to extreme fear because reasons. That's why. If you're wondering why, it's because reasons. That's exactly it. But it doesn't change anything. We're still in a bull market. Now, somebody named Prince Doge jumped in and wrote, "Come on, man, stop spreading FUD." And I read that and I was just like, it never fails. It never fails. Because there were, just within the last couple of weeks, there were multiple people, as Credible Crypto was putting out bullish tweets before we saw the move up. He was putting all sorts of bullish tweets. Hey, Bitcoin, it looks like it's poised to move up, and people are saying, "Oh my gosh, you're just a perma-bull," meaning permanent bull. Never anything negative, which is a bad take. If you follow Credible Crypto and you have for some time, you know that's just not true. But still, it's just funny to see market participants that don't know what the hell they're talking about make claims like this. And so somebody named MCR caught this, and Credible Crypto highlighted it. And so this guy on Twitter named MCR wrote, "Many people in crypto Twitter are so funny. I remember 2 weeks ago during correction, and you expected a pump, while people called you always bullish, even if Bitcoin is lower than $30,000. And now when you are bearish at $55,000, some think you are spreading FUD." Yeah, I know. It's completely ridiculous. And even the blockchain backer, when he was speaking earlier today, he was saying, look, it's possible. You could see XRP dip below $1. It could get down to 85 cents. Who knows? And he's not predicting that. But the point is, these things can happen, and it doesn't matter. Data shows that people just hold on to what they have. They outperform people that are getting in and out of positions, the traders, the people that are emotionally buying and selling. I'm telling you, data shows this is true in stocks and crypto. The long-term holders outperform. It's an unsophisticated approach, because the sophisticated approach of getting in and out of positions makes people lose money. So it's very sophisticated, and it's stupid. STOOPID, stupid. That's how you spell that, if you're stupid. And then there was this. In response to that tweet about Credible Crypto, at least in the short term, urging caution with Bitcoin, since it did have a notable quick run-up, somebody responded to that and wrote, "Is there a point at which you expect Bitcoin at all to go up without a retrace? It seems you expect a correction every time we push up $5,000 plus." Credible Crypto responded, "It's not about how much we push up, it's about where we push up to. Go look at the last time I called for a correction on Bitcoin here. See where we were then, see where we are now." So this is just an important levels he's talking about. So then the response to that was, "Gotcha, was just curious. You think it won't be till all-time high that we go up further without looking back?" And here's what Credible Crypto said, and this is an important concept, because you might be wondering, when is the point? When Moon? When Lambo? All that fun crap. Well, we have some fun vernacular in crypto, don't we? When Moon? When Lambo? I'll tell you what, when I jumped into crypto 2017, I thought it was the stupidest damn thing. It made me laugh so hard, which is why I have a sense of humor. That's why I ended up naming myself Moon Lambo, for those of you that I haven't mentioned that in a long time. There's always new subscribers coming on board. Yes, it is a joke, because it's stupid. I have the stupidest name in the entire XRP community, and I state that proudly. But anyway, in terms of when to expect upside, here's what Credible Crypto stated. Generally, once we are in price discovery, so breaking all-time high, that is when we get the most aggressive moves to the upside with smaller pullbacks. So think about that, folks. XRP, look, I'm still thrilled to see it where it is, especially when you think back to where it was a year ago, when it was, look, for those of you that were here like August and September, it was mostly around like 20 or 25 cents for the longest damn time. It seemed like it was forever. It was just months, but it felt like a really long time. I remember it. So it's good to see it up there, but these still aren't the biggest moves. You're still talking about a 4 or 5-fold increase from where it was a little over 12 months ago. So love to see it. But the biggest moves, they happen out of nowhere, and they happen very quickly. So just because it hasn't happened yet, just because XRP hasn't hit its all-time high of last market cycle, doesn't mean it's not going to. The short-term price action is not an indication of whether that will or will not happen. It's just people fumbling and bumbling around like they're hanging out in a mosh pit. Nobody knows what the hell's going on there. And eventually, I believe anyway, something's going to happen. Money's going to filter off into altcoins, including XRP, and then it's going to get people's attention, and then more people are going to FOMO in, and it's not going to be about fundamentals, and XRP is just going to go ballistic. That's absolutely my expectation. I don't think there's anything that's going to stop this because the whole market moves in tandem. It just does. And then there was this also. Somebody asked Credible Crypto, do we have to wait for Bitcoin to top before we see HBAR and XRP prices rise? And Credible Crypto responded with one word, no. And so I wanted to highlight this because, look, I was thinking about how I've characterized this, and I've mentioned a lot of times that XRP, yes, we have to wait because, probably anyway, because XRP historically has moved at the tail end of the market cycle. But for those of you not in the know, maybe you weren't around last market cycle or you haven't looked at a chart to see what that means, I wanted to mention this. It doesn't mean we're going to have to wait some insane amount of time after Bitcoin hits its all-time high. In fact, XRP last market cycle started its bull run in December. It was just a matter of days before Bitcoin hit its all-time high. So XRP started moving. Bitcoin finished. We didn't know for sure that was the top for Bitcoin at the moment, but it hit close to $20,000. And then for the next couple weeks after that, XRP went on a tear. So XRP, yes, a couple weeks after Bitcoin hit its all-time high, but it actually started running about the same time. Like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was actually just a few days before. I guess I'd have to double check to be 100% sure, but that's my recollection, is that it was just a few days before it started running. So no, I don't. Anybody that's heard me talk about this, don't think that it means we're going to have to wait some absurd amount of time. Things happen quick in crypto, so when you have that blow off top, it's over a short period of time. It'll just be nice to see how high Bitcoin goes. I still think that's going to help me personally determine, when I'm willing to unload and sell most or all of my XRP. And so it's not like, I understand things feel like an eternity until it's all finally done, and then it's like, okay, I get it. I've been in the space almost 4 whole years at this point. I understand it, but it's all coming and in short order. In fact, well, actually, it's after this. Maybe I'll just highlight it right now since I'm talking about this topic here. Here's chart analyst Michael Vanderpop. He tweeted out the following this evening. Yes, altcoins will be giving explosive profits. They will. Q1 2022 most likely. Until then, they'll grind in the USD values due to Bitcoin accelerating, but they'll accelerate heavily afterward. It will be amazing. And so look, chart analysts disagree on exactly when the top's most likely to occur. So Michael Vanderpop, he thinks it's more likely to be Q1. DIY investing, I'm going to highlight him in just a second here. Actually, he thinks that it's going to be within the next 3 months. And we're in the fourth quarter. You understand? Like, we're in the fourth quarter of 2021. So if you're talking about Q1 next year, that is not far away, my friends. But all of these analysts I follow, there's not one that doesn't think that this blow off top is going to happen, and very soon. Whether they disagree, whether it's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months, whatever it is, all of them agree that it's coming. Because historically, look at how humans have behaved. This is what makes sense. And speculators, it makes all sense in the world. They're not going to leave money on the table without filtering money from Bitcoin into other altcoins that haven't pumped. You think that these speculators are actually, on a global level, for the first time in history, going to leave all that money on the table? Because I sure as hell don't. I don't think that humans are going to suddenly change the way in which they're approaching these markets. Why? I'm not seeing them behave in any sort of meaningful way different than they have in the past. There's no indication that's what's probable from my perspective. And then there's this from DIY investing. Like clockwork. Bitcoin. People don't even realize how insane Q4 is about to be for crypto as a whole. I have accumulated for 3 years preparing for this exact moment. Years of dedication will be rewarded in 3 short months. Will you capitalize on it? Yeah, no kidding. And so I've been in the space again for almost 4 years, so pretty much the same story here for me. So I've been looking forward to this moment for quite a long while here. And it's wild, I'm telling you, because I was here at the tail end of the last market cycle, and I had massive gains in terms of percentage increases, but I only had a smaller quantity of money in the space at the time because, first of all, I was new. It was a weird time to jump in, and so I was still getting used to it. And it was actually really difficult to get money into the space at that time, even just to sign up for cryptocurrency exchanges. It was difficult because they couldn't, like, the industry couldn't handle the overload. Like, you understand, exchanges were turning down customers in 2017, so it was very difficult if you were new to get signed up and get money into the space. It was quite a challenge. So I got a little bit in, and I must have been up, I don't know, I'm sure it was in a matter of weeks up over 1,000%, whatever it was. And so it's amazing. Like even jumping in towards the tail end, you can still have very crazy gains. There were individual cryptos that ran up even in that time frame more than 1,000 if you're able to catch them early on. But it's just, I'm telling you guys, if people are going to behave the same, it's going to be an absolutely ridiculous time. We're going to see dollar figures in crypto that just seem unfathomable at this point. That's what I suspect. So I'm not trying to be overly hypey about it. Like, I've been negative in terms of my expectations in the short term for most of the last few years because we've been in a bear market with not that awesome of a price action for most of that time. But that's not where we're at right now. That's not where we're at in the market cycle. I'm just sharing with you my honest expectations of where this is going. But I'm not pretending like there's no risk associated with any of this. I'm just sharing my genuine optimism, and I'm just a dude. I could be wrong about all this, but this is what makes sense to me. And then there was this from DIY Investing. Prepare for the massive XRP blow-off top fourth quarter. I called for $28 XRP over 2 years ago, and today I will revisit how I think it's all still possible / what is likely by end of year. And so you can check out his video. I gave it a whirl. It's his most recent YouTube video, so if you want all the specifics, check it out. I don't know what's going to happen. It seems plausible to me, but it doesn't mean I expect it or don't expect it. I'm just saying I understand crypto to a certain degree, and if something sounds wacky, maybe it's not actually, though. You know what I mean? Like, these high prices, because they always seem impossible until you're right there. And we're going to find out so soon, and I'm excited to see where this all goes. Here's another tweet from DIY Investing. Q4 is what all this hard work and dedication towards building a portfolio has been created for. If you've held this long, you are about to make more money than you know what to do with. All you have to do is sell in Devere, and you'll never worry about finances a day in your lifetime. Yeah, and so I'll say this again too. I plan on selling the vast majority, if not all, of my crypto holdings by the end of this market cycle. That's my intention, unless I'm really not sufficiently enticed to do so, which would mean that the expectations of all the analysts that I follow end up being wrong. That could happen. I just don't think it's probable. But that'll be my expectation. I will be publicly sharing when I'm selling, like what percentages of XRP specifically. I don't know if I'll get into all my other crypto holdings because I don't know if people even care, because this is an XRP-centric channel. I'll probably mention some of it. I'm not going to talk about how much XRP I am selling. I'm not going to talk about how much I hold, but I'm happy to share when I sell and the percentages. And so for some people, they're going to think I'm selling too soon. Some will think I'm selling too late. But see, this is the thing. It doesn't matter because everybody's position is different in life. I'm looking at the totality of my net worth and what I want to get where I want to be, which means I might be perfectly happy selling sooner than other people are willing to sell. That might be the case. It doesn't mean I do or don't have more XRP than other people. It might just mean that if I do sell sooner than other people, it could just be the case that when I'm looking at the totality of my circumstances, I can remove the risk. I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress. Do I have what I want? That there is value to that. And so everybody has to make their own individual decision. But for that reason, there is no perfect time to sell. You have to decide for yourself. That's why I'm never going to tell you to buy or sell or hold. You guys have to make your own decisions. But that's my general take on all of this. And then one more tweet from Michael Vandepop here about Bitcoin. Check this out. And mind you, a lot of analysts really do think that Bitcoin's going to go way, way, way higher than it is and the blockchain back, or maybe he's right. I don't know. But he does have one of the more conservative expectations, with Bitcoin topping off on the high end of 85,000. The DIY Investing says it's going to 250,000 within the next 3 months. Here's Michael Vandepop's take on this. Still standing behind a potential new run towards Q1 2022, maybe May of 2022 on Bitcoin. Top is usually higher than everyone expects. probably $275,000 to $325,000, and then bear market in which we land on $60,000 for the bottom. Yeah, so we'll see about that. I'll tell you, if it gets up there, man. Actually, I don't even know if I'll have to get that high. I'll sell all of my damn Bitcoin. I still hold Bitcoin. I'm long Bitcoin, but if you're talking about those levels, I'm enticed at those levels. I'm starting to feel a bit enticed here. And then there's this tweet from analyst Will Clemente, who simply wrote, "Retail still isn't even back in the market yet. LOL." And which is just kind of funny considering the tremendous upside action that we've seen in crypto markets today. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. So anyway, feeling good. I usually, even when the price is down, I'm still feeling good. I'm just like, what? I'm like, what is wrong with you whiny bitches out there? Everything's fine. I know the vast majority of you get it, and there's always new people coming on board that don't get it, so hopefully this is somewhat helpful in that regard, and it's okay if you're feeling fearful when the price goes down. I'm just just teasing a little bit the way I word this sometimes, but it doesn't mean you're weird or bad or stupid. It just means you're normal, and stop being normal. It's better to be weird and not feel these stupid emotions because they don't help people make money investing in stocks and crypto. Just saying. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.